Matt's custom creations. Watch your man build, watch your man build, watch your man build. Lego for you.
Hi, this is Matt with Matt's Custom Creations, and today we're going to look at this mud-bogging Jeep that I made and designed. It's based on a kit that my son got for his birthday, but I figured I would jazz it up some. I've got to fix the headlights here. This Jeep has kind of wandering eyes. Anyway, what's neat about it is there's a motor inside and there's a removable hardtop. The motor is actually a wind up or a wind back motor, and then you just let it go. Whee! The way I'm going to show you how this Jeep came together is by taking it apart. Here's the tailgate. I even have a little chain back there to keep the tailgate from flapping down. Here's the exhaust pipes to keep out of the mud and the water. There's the air cleaner up there. Looking underneath, it's four-wheel drive, of course. I'm going to start by taking apart the roll cage. Now, with this build, I actually chose a black roll cage just for aesthetics, but it actually isn't structurally sound because I just didn't have the right parts. But hopefully you do, and you can make it work better than I did. I'm going to continue taking apart the roll cage. And it's all hooked up with the dash too. Now I'm not going to take everything completely apart to every piece. So if you need to slow down or rewind, then do that to see all the details. There is a neat little hidden piece inside here though. I got it with a knockoff F15 kit, and what's cool is I could attach things to both sides. Okay, I'm continuing with the other side of the door, pulling off the rear supports for the roll cage, and those use little adjustable pieces in the back. Flipping it over, to simulate the four-wheel drive, I use some universal joints. These actually go back to an Experts kit I had back in the 1980s. And the other one is newer, and they're actually slightly different. Okay, so we're going to pull the wheels off and pull the axles out. It's actually going through the motor. I'm going to pull the front wheels off. I use smaller tires on the front to give it that hot rod look. I'm going to pull off the tailgate. I was going to put little taillights on the back, but I forgot. There's always room for improvement. Pulling off the seat assembly, instead of having two separate seats, I made these as a combination and then built the headrests on, and it reclines by attaching into the body with these pieces. Okay, pulling off the rear fender, and that's one of the main driving parts of this build, was these nice arched pieces. And that's how I created the inner fender. It's the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to pull the steering wheel out. One of the pieces of the side. I'm going to take out the tailgate. By using this axle piece, I'm going to insert it and push it through and knock the piece that's acting as a pin to hold the tailgate together. There's the tailgate. It's actually missing part of it. Now we're going to look at the front suspension. These funky pieces came from a Star Wars kit. I can't remember which one, but I turned them upside down. Oh wait, this is kind of to simulate a transfer case or a four-wheel drive transmission. Now we're pulling off the other side. And now we're going to get to the front suspension. I knew it was in there somewhere. So again, I turned those pieces upside down, and they're actually just kind of floating in there by gravity. I didn't have anything really locking them in place. But there's pins holding those in on either side. There's the winch in the front. It's just being held on by one stud using a little centering piece right there. You can see that's where it mounted to. That's also holding the grill in. Pulling out the floor pan, which is actually just sitting in there, it uses that pin, the front, to pin into the dashboard. Pulling the bottom pieces off. There goes one of the exhaust pieces and the other one. Now, what do we have here? I'm going to pull the hood, one side of the hood off. These you often see as wings on Star Wars vehicles, or spaceships rather. Pulled the grill off. That was just that one piece holding it in, centered. And you can see this is actually like a jail bars. Now there's the other side of the hood and part of the cowl. We're going to look at the engine. The engine's just kind of barely hanging in there, so now it's loose and it can pull right out. So the engine uses a bunch of hinged pieces inside there. And in some cases I alternated. So you can hide little things away if you don't have the right pieces. It's all about improvising and adapting. The lower dash and the cowl, that's just going to kind of slide out. That hinge piece there was actually used as a spacer to hold the engine at the right distance. Now you're seeing some of the framework. And this might be almost exactly as it was from the original kit this was based on. And pull off this bar here. It's one of the door panels. We'll get the other one. And you can see that red piece in there. It's what we call in the business an Easter egg. It could have been any color it wanted to be, but this one wanted to be red. So pulling apart the rails, this is basically one side of the chassis. At the very front, this is actually a little wing piece. That's probably from a Star Wars kit of some type. Here's the other side. It still has the motor in the middle attached to it. There's the motor with some other doodads on it that I've got to pull off. You're okay. Okay, enough with the motor already. So that's going to wrap this video up. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. And if you have, I would appreciate it if you hit the like and the subscribe buttons and share it with a friend. Feel free to leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. And we drove off a cliff. Thanks again, everybody. Bye. Bonus round. Here's how I put the hardtop together. Pretty simple, really. Yep. Yep. Okay. Take this side off. Yep. This one looks like the other. Yeah, we get it. Okay, flip it over. Flip it over, Matt. Lay it down. Okay, you're done. Thank you. Bye.